Everyone, welcome back to our podcast. My name is Dimas, and today I'm here with my friend Joe.
Hello everyone, I'm Joe. Thank you for joining us for today. We hope you're doing well wherever you're staying from.
Yeah, whether you are listening while studying, taking a break, commuting, or maybe avoiding your assignment for a while, we are glad you are here.
Honestly, I think every university student has done at least once.
Definitely, sometimes taking a short break is necessary, especially when assignments start piling up.
I agree. University life can be pretty busy, so it's important to give yourself time to relax.
Speaking of university life, that's actually one of the topics we are going to talk about today. We will also be sharing your experiences during semester breaks and talking a little bit about your hometown.
Exactly. There are things that are fairly familiar to students, so hopefully some of our listeners can relate what we are talking about.
Alright, let's get started. So, Joe, let's with the university life. We have been students for quite some time now, and honestly, I feel like university is very different from what I imagined before entering. What do you think about campus life so far?
I'm completely agree with that. Before entering university, I thought campus life would mostly be about attending lectures, taking notes, and completing assignments. But after experiencing it myself, I realized that university is much more than academic. There are so many opportunities to meet new people, join an organization, participate in events, and develop skills outside the classroom.
That's true. I think one of the biggest difference between high school and university is the level of independence. In high school, teachers usually remind us about everything, but in university, lecturers expect us to manage your own schedules and responsibilities.
Exactly. Nobody's going to remind you every day about deadlines. If you forget an assignment or miss a submission date, that's entirely your responsibility. At first, it was a little difficult for me to adjust because I wasn't used to managing everything on my own.
Same here. I remember during my first semester, I sometimes estimate assignments because the deadlines seemed far away. Then suddenly the deadline was the next day and I had to rush to finish everything.
I think almost every student has experienced that one at least once,
Or maybe more than once.
probably more than once.
Besides academics, campus life also includes extracurricular activities. Are you involved in any student organization?
Yes, I am. I'm joined a student organization not long after entering university. At first, I joined because I want to make friends and become more active on campus. But over time, I realized that organization offers many valuable experience. I have learned how to work with different people, communication effectively, organize events, and solve problems as a part of team.
That's interesting. I think organization can teach things that are difficult to learn in a classroom setting.
Exactly. Sometimes we face real challenge when planning activities or coordinating with many people. This experience helps us develop leadership and teamwork skills.
I can relate to that. Even though I don't join a major student organization, I often participate in committees for campus events. Through those committees, I have learned how important communication is. When you are working with a large group of people, misunderstanding can happen easily if communication is not clear.
That's very true. Communication can make a huge difference when working in teams.
Overall, I think campus life can be challenging, but it's also exciting because we are constantly learning and growing.
I agree, there are stressful moments, of course, especially during exam periods, but there are so many memorable experiences that make university life enjoyable.
Now that we have talked about campus life, let's move on to something a little more personal. By the way, Joe, where are you from?
I'm from Bali.
Oh, Bali. I think that's one of the first place people think of when talking about tourists in Indonesia.
That's true. Whenever I tell people from Bali, they immediately start talking about vacation or asking for a travel recommendation.
I would probably do the same.
Honestly, I don't blame them. Bali has many beautiful places. There are beaches, cultural activism, temples, mountains, and many other destinations that attract visitors from around the world. Places like Kuta, Sanur, Ubud, and Tanah are very popular among both domestic and international tourists.
I have seen a lot of photos and videos of those places, and they always look amazing. What do you like most about living in Bali?
I think it's the atmosphere. Even though tourists make some areas very busy, there are still many places where you can relax and enjoy the nature. I also appreciate the strong culture and tradition in Bali. Cultural events and ceremonies are still important part of daily life, which make the informal very feel unique.
That sounds wonderful. Besides the tourist attraction, I think Bali is also famous for its food. What local dishes would you recommend?
Definitely, I am betutu and satay lilit. I am believe betutu has rich flavor because it cooked with many spices, while satay lilit has a unique taste that different from ordinary satay. Whenever my friend visit Bali, those are usually the dishes I recommend first.
You're making me hungry right now.
Honestly, talking about food always has that effect.
That's true. Well, as for me, I'm from Bandung.
Bandung is also very popular city, especially among tourists.
Yes, many people visit Bandung because of its cooler weather, beautiful scenery, and variety of food. Compared to some other cities, the climate is more comfortable, which make it a nice place to spend a holiday.
I've heard that Bandung is paradise for food lovers.
I think that's accurate. There are so many different foods to try, from traditional dishes to modern cafes and restaurants. One of the things I enjoy most about Bandung is that there's always somewhere new to explore.
So, what local food would you recommend to someone visiting Bandung for the first time?
Batagor is definitely one of them. It's probably one of the most famous foods from Bandung. I would also recommend seblak, especially for people who enjoy spicy food. Besides that, there are many Sundanese dishes because most people in Bandung are Sundanese.
I've tried seblak before, and I have to admit it was most spicier than I expected.
That's part of the experience.
I think I need several glasses of water after eating it.
Then you had the authentic experience. Alright, let's move let's move on to another topic that students usually love talking about: semester breaks,
I think everyone got excited when they heard these words.
especially after weeks of assignments, presentation, and exams.
Exactly.
So, Joe, the semester break is coming soon. What are your plans?
My main plan is to go back home to Bali. Since I study far from my family, going home is always something I look forward to. During the semester, everyone is busy with their own schedules, so the holiday is a good opportunity to spend quality time together.
I can understand that being away from family can be difficult sometimes.
It can be. That's why I always appreciate the chance to go home. Besides spending with my family, I usually meet my old friends from high school because we are rarely see each other during the semester.
What do you usually do when you meet him?
Most of the time, we just hang out and catch up what is happening in our life. Sometimes we visit beach and try new restaurants or explore the place around Bali. Nothing too complicated, but it's always fun because we don't get many opportunities to meet.
That sounds like a great way to spend a holiday.
What about you? What did you do during the last semester break?
During my last semester break, I stay in Bandung and work part-time at a small coffee shop.
Oh, that's interesting. What made you decide to take a part-time job?
I wanted to gain some experience and do something productive during the holiday. I thought it would be a good opportunity to learn new skills while earning some extra money.
So, was your experience like?
It was actually very rewarding. I had to serve customers, prepare simple drinks, and manage orders. At first, I was nervous because I did not have much experience interacting with customers in a personal environment, but over time, I become more confident.
I think jobs like that can teach a lot of practical skill.
Absolutely. I learned how to communicate with different kinds of people, stay calm during busy periods, and work efficiently under pressure.
Those are valuable skills that can be useful in almost any career.
That's exactly what I realized. The income was nice, but the experience itself was probably the most valuable part. Since we are talking about the future, let's discuss your plans for next semester.
Okay, that's a great idea. A new semester always feels like a fresh start.
Exactly. So, what are some of your goals?
One of my main goals is improving my GPA. Last semester was quite challenging, and there were times when I felt like I could have managed my schedule better. So next semester, I want to be more organized and consistent with my studies.
That's a great goal. I think consistency is one of the most important factors in academic success.
I agree. Instead of studying only before exams, I want to review materials regularly through the semester.
That sounds like a smart strategy.
Besides academics, I also want to be more active in my organization. I hope to take on more responsibility and continue improving my leadership and communication skill.
That's great. As for me, I also want to improve my academic performance. One one thing I definitely need to stop doing is waiting until the last minute to study.
I think many students can relate to that.
Unfortunately, yes, I want to start preparing earlier so that exams periods become less stressful.
That will definitely help.
Another goal is attending more seminars and campus events. I think those activities provide valuable knowledge and opportunities to meet people with similar interests.
I completely agree. Networking is an important part of university life.
I also want to continue improving my communication and teamwork skills because I believe those skills will be very useful in the future workplace.
Absolutely, academic knowledge is important, but employers also value soft skill.
Finally, I want to maintain a healthier lifestyle. Sometimes students become so busy that they forget about exercise, healthy eating, and proper rest.
That's very relatable. I also want to find a better balance between studying, organizational activities, and personal life. Having good balance and can make university life much more enjoyable.
I could not agree more. Well, I can believe we have already reached at the end of today's podcast.
Time really flies when you are having good conversation.
Today we talk about campus life, your hometowns, your semester break experience, and your goals for the future.
It was a great sharing our experience, and hopefully some of listeners could relate to what we discussed.
Thank you, Joe, for joining me today.
Okay, thank you for having me. I had a lot of fun.
And thank you to everyone who listened until the end.
We hope you enjoy this conversation.
Take care, enjoy your semester break, and good luck with your studies.
See you next time.